everyone, welcome to my channel Clinical Dentistry Hub. I hope you all are doing well as the lockdown has extended up to 31st of July. So utilize this time learning new things, experimenting new things. Don't just waste time watching movies on Netflix and series and all. So considering these part as into it, I have got a very interesting topic to discuss among you all, is that how to remove ledge in a root canal. Why this topic is that when I posted on Instagram as onto which topic you people want me to make video, the highest response was to this topic. And secondary, as the host of the channel, I want to bring a very important content into people's mind which is not very discussed by most of the people. So you all must have observed that whenever you are preparing a canal after excess opening, you are just preparing a canal that is known as biomechanical preparation, cleaning and shaping, you can also say that. So when you are doing a biomechanical preparation, where suddenly you find that your length of the tooth was 21 mm. But when you were preparing, the file was not going beyond 21 mm. It was just going up to 18 mm or up to 17 mm. So in that case, what you feel that your file has been stuck over here and it is not going up to 21 mm. So you suddenly feel like you have lost tactile sensation. That's what leads to a ledge formation. You are all sweating and you are just running here and there. Oh, now my root canal will fail and all. What you have to do when such thing arises? So in that cases, like you have your file initially up till this length, that is 21 mm. Whereas when you start preparing the canal, just have a look at the video how you prepare the canal.
To kill any bacteria and help rinse out debris. Then, the pulp is removed. Using small instruments, the endodontist carefully cleans and shapes the canals. After the space is cleaned and shaped,
You see that over here, now the file is going up till this length and it is going at this area. That means original curvature of the tooth was here, so the file should have to be here only. But now when you are preparing the file, stuck over here, that has led to ledge formation. So now what you will do? In what cases does ledge formation occurs? Basically, whenever we are talking about etiology, and then we'll talk how to recognize ledge formation, and then we will take how to prevent it, how to manage it, and what are the prognosis of these ledged form tooth. So coming on to the etiology part, it basically occurs when you haven't taken a proper working length. You haven't taken a proper IOPR of the tooth. Apex locator is short of it. That means it gives false reading whenever there is presence of moisture in it. And when you have been using stainless steel files, that is your normal K files, in a curved canal. When you are using the stainless steel files, sometimes it gets lost to another area and gets formation to a ledge size, and you are not using the smaller file size in between. So in that case, and you are just forcing your file instead of proper moving action of biomechanical preparation, you are just forcing the file in the canal. In that case also, and it will lead to the accumulation of debris in their original position and will lead deviation from the original canal will be there. So all these cases contribute to the formation of a ledge. So now when you see that now the ledge formation has taken place, so what you have to do is that when the ledge formation is taken place, that is how you will recognize the ledge formation. So recognizing of the ledge formation can be done in two steps, that is the clinical and radiographical. So आपको क्लिनिकली कैसे पता चलेगा कि आपने रूट कैनाल में लेज बना दिया है? क्या होगा, जब आप रूट कैनाल प्रिपरेशन कर रहे होंगे उस समय आपकी फाइल जो है इनिशियल वर्किंग लेंथ तक आपकी जाएगी ही नहीं और अटक जाएगी और एक अलग से ही एंड पे पहुंच चुकी होगी जिसको हम डेड एंड कहते हैं. इन दैट केसेस you will be stuck there, a dead end will be created and you will lose the normal tactile sensation at that point. और रेडियोग्राफिकली कैसे आपको पता चलेगा कि आपने लेज बना दिया है? जब आप उसी वर्किंग लेंथ पे फाइल इंसर्ट करके रेडियोग्राफ लेंगे तो आपको रियलाइज होगा कि आपकी इनिशियल वर्किंग लेंथ 21 mm जितने लेंथ तक आपकी फाइल पहले जा रही थी अब इतनी शॉर्ट जा रही है. दैट मीन्स आपने एक लेज फॉर्म कर दिया है. लेकिन घबराने की ज़रूरत बिल्कुल भी नहीं है बिकॉज वी हैव ऑल्टरनेटिव ऑप्शन हाउ टू बाईपास दीज लेजेस. सो आई एम गोइंग टू टेल दैट यू नाउ हाउ. फर्स्ट थिंग इज किसी भी चीज़ में उतरने से पहले सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होता है कि हम उसको वो चीज़ होने से रोके ही ना. दैट मीन्स नाउ वी हैव टू prevent ledge formation. Now how you will prevent the ledge formation? Let's just talk about that. अगर हम लेज फॉर्मेशन की बात कर रहे हैं उसको प्रिवेंट करने के लिए सबसे फर्स्ट आता है हमारे टेक्निकल प्रोसीजर्स. व्हाट मॉडिफिकेशन हैज़ टू बी डन इन दीज टेक्निकल प्रोसीजर? फर्स्ट इज दैट वी ऑल शुड हैव अ स्ट्रेट लाइन एक्सेस. हमारा जो एक्सेस है वो हमेशा स्ट्रेट लाइन होना चाहिए सो दैट वी कैन सी द कैनाल इजली. नॉट लाइक अ डेंटाइनल चिप इज कवरिंग ओवर द कैनाल एंड यू आर नॉट एबल टू बाईपास द फाइल स्ट्रेट इनटू द कैनाल एंड कर्व्ड होकर जा रही है और आपको एक माउस होल अपीयरेंस वहाँ पे दिख रहा है कि एक आसानी से एक चूहा आके वहाँ पे छुप सके. दैट इज द माउस होल अपीयरेंस. सेकेंडली क्या है, आपको प्रॉपर रूट कैनाल इरिगेंट यूज़ करना है. इरिगेंट इन दिस केसेस यू हैव टू यूज़ अ सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइड. सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइड का एंटीबैक्टीरियल एक्शन है. ये क्या है, हमारे हेमरेज कंट्रोल है और ईजिली उसके बाद व्हेन यू हैव टू यूज़ अ लुब्रिकेंट इन दैट केसेस. दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू कंटिन्यूसली यूज़ अ सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइड प्लस a lubricant that is EDTA. Side by side, अगर you will use these things, तो a ledge formation can be prevented. Secondary is commonly followed technique is the passive step back technique or you can say the balance force technique. What you have to do in passive step back technique considered is to be a part of a root. This is the apex. So what basically you have to do is that in this step back technique first you have to do the apical preparation, then you have to do the coronal preparation, then you have to do the middle and then coronal preparation. Whereas in passive step back, with this technique you should use a balance force technique also. What balance force technique says that first you have to prepare the coronal part. You have to enlarge the coronal part about 2 to 3 mm using a GG drills. After that you have to prepare middle and the apical part at that time with the passive irrigation at that time only. It should be used in the canal until it is loose. Like you are inserting a file in a canal and it is very tight and you are not able to take it out. So you have to keep on doing biomechanical with the same file until it is loose and you can take it out easily out of the canal. What if you find that your file is getting engaged and you are not able to rotate it and do the biomechanical preparation? Just at that time only just shift to the shorter number file so that you can easily prepare the canal and it does not bind. If it binds to, it will definitely going to let you to the ledge formation and you will be in a trouble. You should always use a pre-curve file. Like a file we have a straight file over here, koi file, so you just have to take a gauge piece, put your hand over here and curve the file. So instead of this, a 2 to 3 mm apical curvature will be seen in the file. When you use this pre-curve file, basically what two conditions can be seen? First is that you will have a similar curvature of the canal which you already have right now, and the second is when you try to force a large size file in the canal, it just lead to the ledge formation over there only. So what you have to just prevent this. So best is to use the NiTi files with non-cutting tips. Now let's just talk about the various instrument modification which is to be done so that in order to don't go into the ledge formation. Is as it is said that when you use a NiTi file or a FlexR file, so the chances of forming a ledge is very low as compared to the conventional stainless steel K file. So just let's have a look at how it is like that. First is the FlexR file. The first file for the flexible purpose first was the FlexR file by the Myoto Union Branch Company. Second is the Control Safe file by the Dentsply. Then it is Anti-Ledging Tips file. We have Safety Headstrong file by Cybron Endo. And we have C++ file by Dentsply. Basically these C++ file are available in three sizes: 18, then it is 21, and then it is 25. What basically happen is when you are preparing a canal and suddenly the file is very tight inside a canal, there is one very specific file which is made for this purpose only, that is the half step file, that is Flexo file Golden Medium by Dentsply. Basically these all file, when you see a K file, it has a pointed end over here. Basically in all these file it has a ball point over here. So instead of cutting in, these file will just slip aside from the canal. So these points are all about the prevention of ledge formation. Now let's talk about the management of bypassing the ledge. Is determine three things which are required for bypassing the ledge is determination, perseverance, and one should have a patience to do that. So with this flowchart we can bypass the canal, but it is not that easy. It requires time. So what it says that first of all we all should use a smaller number file. A smaller number file that is should start with a file that is a 15 number file, and then these 15 number file will have a curve at the apical portion. Approx 2 to 3 mm curve should be there. After this, use the file in slide motion. Then you have a pricking motion also, slide motion, and then you just have to prick it out. After that, you have to retract the when you see that file is moving easily inside and outside of the canal, just retract the file slowly and rotate it again, then go it again. When you feel that file is moving slowly, just retract the file, rotate it, go again. This will just straighten the path so that your stainless steel file can go easily. Now when you have bypassed the ledge, there are two recommendations which you all should always keep in your mind while bypassing the ledge. First, it says that we have to use the file in the filling motion, that is the in and out of the canal, and then you have to use a proper irrigant as well as a proper lubricant has to be used. And after that, a short file stroke. You just have to give a short file, not a large stroke that you go inside and just pull it. You just have to give a short stroke at that time. After that, if you see that your file is easily moving out and in, then you just have to give a longer pull stroke. अब फाइल आराम से अंदर आ जा रही है तो उसके बाद एक ज़्यादा अंदर डाल के वापस से एक झटका दीजिए, दैट इज अ लॉन्गर पुश स्ट्रोक. If now your file is moving very freely, then you have to turn your file a slight clockwise direction so that your curvature of the file can be straightened out and your stainless steel file can be moved without perforating the ledge. A GT file, that is the greater taper file, and NiTi file. But basically you have to negotiate a canal with 15 number and 20 number K file. After that you have to use a greater taper file, that is pre-curved file, and then you have to use that file in a crown down motion so that it can be easily prepared. Now after bypassing the ledge, suppose you are not able to bypass the ledge. In that case, when you obturate with the help of gatta parcha point, what basically you see that your gatta parcha point will not go up to that position and will have a dead end. It will get stick at that place. So what you just have to do, that GP will definitely catch a ledge. So you should just pre-curve your gatta parcha point, so that in case you have to increase the rigidity of your gatta parcha point, you just have to dip your gatta parcha point into isopropyl alcohol. That is, you have to dip your GP into 70% isopropyl alcohol. Why you are dipping this gatta parcha into the 70% isopropyl alcohol is that so that your GP can be rigid and it does not bend and gets into the ledge. And it is also said that in case when you are unable to clear off or bypass the ledge, you just have to use a thermoplasticide gatta parcha to obturate it at that point. The last option with you is that you go for the endodontic surgery. So when you go for the endodontic surgery, first, before going into the endodontic surgery, one point to be kept is that you should either use intracanal medicament at that point. Just insert the intracanal medicament at that point. After the 8 to 12 months, you will see that there is reduction in the periapical pathology. If you do not see any reduction in the periapical pathology, then you have to go for endodontic surgery. So now when you have to go for the endodontic surgery, first question arises that how much part of the root is to be resected. So this basically depends upon the position of the ledge, at what point your ledge is formed. In that cases, you have to decide what all precaution has to be taken and how it is to be done. Same as in the case as you do the said that if you have a ledge in one of the root, you just instead of extracting the tooth, you just have to remove one root and it will search it, and you just when you will remove this one root, you will amputate it and the tooth will serve as a restorative part over there only. So in this you can just avoid extraction in these cases. So now the last so now coming on to the last part of the topic is what all prognosis the ledge formed tooth shows when you try to clear it. Basically, sometimes it is said that whenever you are initially preparing the canal, like you are in the 15 number file only and you haven't prepared the apical part, that means the infection is there in the apical portion only, and you try to prepare it and you suddenly led into the ledge formation. In that cases, if you try to clear the apical portion and you are not able to bypass and you are going for the medicament therapy, in that cases prognosis has shown up to that 30% cases have survived after this. You try to clear off your apical pathology by this with the help of intracanal medicament. Whereas if you have already prepared the canal and after that you led into the ledge formation, in that cases the infection at that part is much less and it has shown up to 70% prognosis. And you will see that there is a study which says that after doing the endodontic surgery of these cases, the tooth survival rate was 90% in that cases. So these are all the method precaution is to be used and how you can prevent ledge formation easily. So this is not a simple task, you all need to expertise in it, and it will only come after you practice these techniques. Don't just lose hope in 1 or 2 sitting, try doing it. One day you will feel that it was an easy step and you will definitely get a success. So if you like this video, please share, subscribe and click the bell icon so that you don't miss out any important video. If you have any doubt, you can just put it in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe Clinical Dentistry Hub. Thank you.